If you're wondering where all these South Africans are gonna go, don't worry. They already had a plan in place. And it was called Acre Trader. That's right. They already took the farmland from farmers who were failing. As a matter of fact, they have about 40,000 acres of farmland that they took from American farmers.
And worst of all, they actually appreciate and stand with America. Disgusting. This is just absolutely horrible and disgusting, and I can't stand it.
I cannot believe there are babies and children who are actually so well behaved. This is much better than mine.
Those South African refugees that are coming over? Guess where they're going? Anybody want to guess? Yeah, JD's company. JD Vance. He's been buying up farmland.
Hey guys, welcome back to Reaction Call, where today I have some news. And you might not believe this, guys, but I have some news. I'm about to report something you never thought you'd hear before. White fighting white. Can you believe it, guys? Can you believe it? Well, it's happened. You see, white American farmers are losing their farms to Africans. And I know you're saying, well, wait a minute. How can that be whites fighting whites? Well, you see, these Africans are white South Africans. They have came over as supposed refugees from South Africa all the way to America. And what's waiting for them at America? Well, some brand new farms that are going to be stripped away from the white Americans and handed over to the white South Africans. Can you believe it? I mean, it's really unbelievable. These white Americans, they would have voted for Trump, they would have voted Maga, they would have said, they would have saw Trump as a white man, even though his skin's kind of orange. They would have saw him as one of their own. He's one of us, one of this, da-da-da-da. Yeah, it turns out he's not one of you. You've had the rug pulled from you, the farms pulled from you, you've had your tractor, everything pulled from you. Because your farms have been taken from you. A lot of these farmers, they couldn't pay, they couldn't keep up with payments, or they didn't get subsidized, they didn't get this. They was getting no help, no anything, and they've had their farms taken away from them in plans and in preparation to give them to somebody else. Now, make of that as you want, whether the Trump administration believes South African whites are better farmers or better prepped, whether they believe that the white South Africans will work on less money and won't be asking for such rises in payments or this, whether they believe something else entirely, we're not sure. But what we've got is a very confusing situation for the white Americans, because they always blame somebody else. They always blame the Mexicans, or they blame the black Americans, or they blame somebody or anything. I mean, they would blame a Middle Eastern person if they could in this situation, but I wish I had a camera so I could see the faces of a white American farmer when he sees the man who takes his farm is another white man. You can't make this up, you really can't. And this is why I always say don't vote. Your vote doesn't matter, they don't care about you. Now you see, for so many years, the farmer in America was the backbone of that country. He really was. So there would be no one who felt that the title was more secure than a white farmer in the United States of America. People have been saying this for years. Black people have been talking about the discrimination, the unfairness. Latinos, they're starting to realize it. Asians are starting to say about the unfairness. But the white farmer must have truly felt that his role, his title, his standing in the world of America, the United States of America, was secure, that Trump and all these people would keep it secure. But today, and these past weeks, and in the upcoming weeks, they have found out that even they are replaceable, and they have been replaced by a white South African. Can you believe it, guys?
If you're wondering where all these South Africans are gonna go, don't worry. They already had a plan in place. And it was called Acre Trader. That's right. They already took the farmland from farmers who were failing. As a matter of fact, they have about 40,000 acres of farmland that they took from American farmers because they wouldn't give them subsidies. Acre Trader is an American real estate investment company that specializes in farmland. It says here that the company aims to increase investor access to real estate assets and provides capitals to farmers and growers to expand their business. But what they failed to leave out here is that the first investor into Acre Trader was none other than J.D. Vance. You know J.D. Vance, the one who was in charge of the White House with the president who is cutting all the subsidies to the farmers? Yeah, that J.D. Vance. And what they also failed to mention is the fact that the people who were investing, yeah, they were South Africaners. And guess who just came to America to go on these farms? That's right, you guessed it.
So the administration has taken possession of numerous farms in the United States through the use of investors through Acre Trader, apparently, which is a startup that was funded by the vice president. They are providing these farms to these Afrikaner settlers. One of them has already come over earlier and acquired a farm in Texas and Alabama. So Americans, you can't afford to pay for your crops and your farms because the United States government refused to continue grants and provide funding as has been done for decades. You tied your family's farm that has been in your possession for generations. You tied these farms and these titles and these deeds to loan.
Okay, guys, so since we're going to have this influx of South Africans coming over to, or going over to the United States, I thought I would give the white Americans a bit of context to the kind of people that are coming. A lot of you might be asking, like, well, surely it's not going to be bad, right? I mean, after all, they're white descendants of Dutch. After all, United States, the whites over there, they were descendants also of Dutch and Germany and England, France and Poland and Europeans, basically. So surely this new people coming over is no different to, let's say, German or English or any of that kind coming over. You would think, well, it's all the same. I would tell you that you're wrong. These people, you need to realize these people are still of a colonizing mindset. They are still of that ilk, that format. If you look at what they did in South Africa, people might say, well, they benefited it massively. They benefited themselves. That's what they did. They didn't benefit the locals. They didn't benefit anyone. They benefited themselves. And the reason they're leaving South Africa is because it's no longer beneficial for them. That's why they've left. So they are coming to an opportunity in America. So they're not going to benefit the others. They're going to benefit themselves. And if that beneficial opportunity is no longer there, they'll pack their things and they will leave. So again, yeah, I think the black Americans, brown, Asian, they've all been trying to warn people of this for a very long time. And for the first time in history, you might start to see a lot of TikToks or YouTube videos of white people, finally white Americans complaining about the injustices of the American government. Because again, a lot of them have woken up this morning and found out their farm no longer belongs to them. It belongs to a refugee that is coming over. So yeah, it's not good because a lot of white Americans, they didn't deserve this. They worked hard on their farms to build up their farms. They're just hardworking people. And unfortunately, they have woke up and found out what everyone's been saying for years: your government doesn't care about you. They care for your vote, basically. So, yeah, I'll keep you updated. I'll keep researching. I'll find more solid information. Again, this is just my first few videos, so they're a bit unpolished, but I'll keep you updated. I'll see you next time. Peace.